Ooh, here we go. Let's open up my Facebook here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a live stream here with me. We were trying to get this to work in FS Economy, but for whatever reason, it absolutely refused to connect, and none of the porters that I have are being recognized in the sim, and I just got frustrated and decided that I wasn't going to fly, and then I thought, I will just do a live flight and bring you guys along. Let me get my comment stream here. Perfect. All right. Let me pull up my... Welcome. We are in the MilSpec Porter. The Microsoft Porter was just a gateway jug, it turns out, for me wanting to fly more of this aircraft. Holy cow, it's hot in here. Let's open that a little bit. Now you can hear the outside noise. That's cool. Anyway, so this is a high-definition, high-fidelity aircraft, and we're going to fly out to Da Nang. And if it wasn't for copyright, we'd listen to CCR on the way, but I'll just have you imagine it. So before we get started, we're sitting here in the very hot, very humid Hue Airport. This was a very common flight back in the Vietnam War days. So let's take a look. This is our tablet here. It controls a lot of the features of the aircraft. We're going to be using that now to get it ready. Part of the checklist is removing all of these, and you can go through and look at each one and then click on them, and that takes too much time. So we're just going to do it through here. So exhaust cover off, intake cover removed, propeller tie down off and secured, pitot cover removed, and we'll keep the weather radar pod on. Passenger/cargo, we are going to load up some cargo here. And the cool thing is that when you do this, you can see how the cargo appears. And if I glance behind me, look it, we've got cargo loaded. So we're going to take some cargo to Da Nang today. And let's check our fuel. Fuel weights are good. External tanks, we've got plenty. So, excellent. We'll close the tablet now that everything's been set. Turn on our avionics and our battery. That should have turned... Oh, we need to turn this on here. Bus 1, bus 2, that's out. Actually, that'll be in for the time being. That's warming up. Get our barometer set. All right, first things first. Remove our stick and rudder latch. Make sure... Oh, that's actually latched. There we go. Make sure we can move that. Let's look over here. Turn on an external beacon, let people know the engine's going to be starting. We've got enough room to turn around, so I'm not going to worry about that. Looks like tailwheel lock is unlocked. That's in cutoff. Don't think that'll actually let me feather that all the way. We'll pull that back to feather. That's an idle, like we'd like it. Clear these. Good, nothing there. Generator set. All right. We'll turn on the auxiliary pump. You can hear it whining there. Ignition and starter. Double check our fuel supply. Fuel supply is on. Wait for 12%. There we go. Bring on the fuel. Watch our ITT. Should peak around. There we go. There's ignition. ITT stabilized and good. NG looks good. Good start. Oh. Turn those off. Auxiliary pump is off. Rest of our lights, we're going to be using are on. Fuel pressure's low. Other than that, everything looks good. We'll see if we get a generator fail. Reset that. Check our trim. Cool. That is good. Check our cargo. Cargo is secured. Doors are shut. That window's open. We'll shut that before takeoff. Let us go ahead and get out of here.
Ground Yellow Rhino 425 ready to taxi west departure.
Yellow Rhino 425 ground airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Well, we can just press another button and press another button.
Ground Yellow Rhino 425 request taxi for west departure.
Yellow Rhino 425 taxi to and hold short of runway 09er using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 125.3 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 09er using taxiway Alpha Yellow Rhino 425.
It's so nice having a co-pilot that'll take care of that for you. Check my parking brake here. Excellent. Movement check. That all looks good. Let's taxi. So one thing I've learned about this aircraft is that you can taxi just using your propeller control. You can see actually that the blades themselves now are in fact feathered. There we go. I'm not sure if it's correct, but I watch that wheel when it starts turning or moving. There is a bus that just pulled up for reasons I don't know. There we go. Avoid this guy in the tarmac here. Or this girl, I should say. That female presenting person. Come on. Oh, why have we stopped? Put some power in here. So, airport's currently IFR. We're going to take off anyway.
Yellow Rhino 425, hold position caution, other traffic.
Hold position Yellow Rhino 425.
Brakes are kind of touchy on this particular aircraft. We can wait for a second here. They are aware that there are no other aircraft. We're continuing our taxi.
Approach Airbus Yankee Alpha, Juliet Uniform Echo 6,700 feet.
What am I doing on
Airbus
approach
Yankee Alpha,
frequency?
Juliet Uniform, Echo approach altimeter tree 0.00, continue to Delta Alpha November as planned.
So you just gave me taxi instructions while you're also talking on approach. Don't know why we're not. There we go. Oh, it's rainy and weather's kind of awful, which is probably why they shut the airport down. But hey, on the plus side, that means that we have more airspace to ourselves.
Airbus Juliet Uniform, Echo please expedite your climb 6,700 feet.
Yellow Rhino 425, continue taxi.
We've already done that, tower.
Roger, Yellow Rhino 425.
Yellow Rhino 425, hold position caution, other traffic.
There is no other traffic, tower.
Hold
But
position,
we'll hold
Yellow
position
Rhino
anyway.
425.
Man, the prop effects in this are just so good. Ah! Really hard to not bang the tail, primarily because of how my
Airbus Juliet Uniform, Echo
rudder
please
pedals
expedite
are set
your
up.
climb 6,700 feet.
It's really annoying. So Asobo doesn't have my rudders as a linear on-off. As they come from the factory, it's half on, half off, which means that rudder pedals fully back are only half on. So you can't ever fully release your brakes. I don't know what. There is no other traffic. We're continuing taxi. So I don't have very fine brake control. I hit half brakes and then it goes to full brakes, and I've had to play with the curves to get it to do that. And that's been annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. About a 38-minute flight to Da Nang.
Juliet Uniform, Echo please expedite your climb 6,700 feet.
Pretty flat all the way up, and then there's a substantial mountain range into Da Nang. But I may see, I think, I wonder. Aha! We could fly out and just stay over the ocean, and that would avoid the mountain range, which might be the way to do it. For the record, this is real weather. It's just not real time, because otherwise it'd be dark. Flying here in the dark in this aircraft would be suicide.
Juliet Uniform, Echo please expedite your climb 6,700 feet.
And that's not on my list of things to do today. To get those 3 crates of whatever they are to wherever they're going. That's what we're going to do today. Oh, come on. There we go. I can definitely tell that the aircraft is heavily loaded. It does not taxi near as easily. So for those of you like me who use the blue arrows because Microsoft didn't take, or Asobo didn't take the time to get proper layout and runway signs,
Airbus Juliet Uniform, Echo please expedite your climb 6,700 feet.
so we're gonna close window. There we go. Turn on the rest of our lights. As soon as I approach the runway, those blue lines will jump onto the runway, informing me that my AI my AI co-pilot will turn on our panel lights. Panel lights are good. Cabin lights not needed. That's good. High idle. Yeah, we're just going to go out to the coast, and I think we're just going to fly along the coast.
Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo, please expedite your climb 6,700 feet.
Hopefully we'll get on approach, and who's ever holding this up will stop. Flaps 28 degrees for takeoff. Rudder trim. So this is really important. Rudder trim is like, I think it's 7 degrees to the right for takeoff. Trim is really, really important, but I have a button on my stick. There we go. That's green. Get our nose up trim right. Perfectly on. Aileron trim is good. All right, final checklist. Battery generator, okay. Auxiliary fuel pump, on. All lights as needed. Anti-ice, prep the ice, not needed.
Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo, please expedite your climb 6,000.
We are in high idle. Flaps are set. Rudder trim is set. Here we go. So we're just going to ease forward here. We're going to go full up on our prop pitch, which should get us moving. Like that. And then as we get here, my co-pilot will ask for takeoff clearance.
Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo, climb and maintain 3,000 feet.
Come on, buddy.
Tower Yellow Rhino
There we go.
425 ready at runway 09er departure to the west.
Yellow Rhino 425, continue taxi.
Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo. Yellow Rhino 425 altimeter, tree 0.00, wind 281 at 15. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 09er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 09er Yellow Rhino 425.
So in a Pilatus, apparently, you keep a little back pressure on the stick and you take off from a 3-point position, which is different from most tail dragger aircraft. But I've tried it and it works. All right, here we go. We're going to go to about 3/4 throttle, which is all we need. We're going to put a little back pressure on. And we're off. A little bit sideways, but that's known to happen. Pitch for about 80... Pitch for about 80 knots on climb. We'll bring up the flaps about 300 feet. And we're just going to start heading towards the coast right now.
Yellow Rhino 425, continue for west departure.
All right, flaps
Tower
coming
Yellow
up.
Rhino 425 continue for west departure.
Flaps are up.
Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo, climb and maintain 2,700 feet.
Pop my head up a little bit here.
Climb and maintain 2,700 feet. Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo. Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo, you are 7 miles southeast of Da Nang. Contact tower on 118.35 when inbound.
It is not a pretty day out there. I mean, this is 700 feet right here.
Tower on 118.35 Airbus Juliet uniform. Echo.
All right. All right, new plan, Roundhead. We are going to try to climb above this slop a little bit. and just follow the coast out. Because if I cut across, well, you can't really see it, but I'll use my mouse here. If we cut across this area right here, it's about 3,000 feet. And not something I necessarily want to do today. It's not going to be a very scenic flight. That's for sure. But we need to make sure that we head west enough, I think west enough, in order to clear any of these obstacles. Because I know that sea level is sea level, so that's how we're going to get around it. Our fuel's good to do it, so you might as well. So if you look at my torque, I'm at the maximum amount of torque. I can over-torque this aircraft, which would be bad.
Yellow Rhino 425, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tower Yellow Rhino 425 frequency change. Approach Yellow Rhino 425 is type Pilatus Turbo Porter 4 miles east of Fubai 2,400 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Yellow Rhino 425 approach. Squawk 5243.
Squawk 5243 Yellow Rhino 425.
So we're just going to head out to sea here.
Yellow Rhino 425 radar contact.
I'd like to try to stay in the slot below these clouds. It looks like it's clearing out under the base here.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Yellow Rhino 425.
But I definitely want to get, well, we're not even headed really towards the coast. We're headed kind of up the coast, honestly. Coast is off to our left-hand side further. But we definitely do not want to engage those mountains. That would be no bueno. So this is, we're flying parallel to the coast now. We are going to attempt to head out a little bit here. I mean, we're at 2,500 feet. This thing will in fact climb like a homesick angel if you let it, even with all that weight in the back. All right, I've got the coast in sight. And we're just going to follow that up to Da Nang. I don't want to have to deal with mountains. I don't know how audible my gum chewing is, but it is definitely appreciated at this moment. Keeps me from chewing on my lip. All right, we're gonna bring it down a little bit here. One of the many joys of flying cargo is it kind of has a higher tolerance for stupid stunts. There's 880 feet. So there's the coast proper. $1,780. I'm lucky we'll get down to about 1,500 here. Break out there. There's 1,560. Yellow Rhino 425 is feet wet and in clouds. There we go. That's what I've been looking for. Now we can head up the coast. And we'll just scud run the whole way in. Welcome to flying cargo in Vietnam. You can see the mountain range I'm trying to avoid. But it looks like if we stay below 1,000 feet, we should be okay. There's 1,000 feet exactly right there. You can really see how gorgeous this part of the country is. It's been really fun to fly these utility aircraft in parts of the world that I normally don't fly in. Yep, so let's make our way up the coast. Kind of a sloppy day to fly, but if we could pick the days that we fly, well, what's the point in that? Really pretty beach down there. So there's a better look at where we are. This is a curving bay, a hooking bay out this way. We're gonna kind of aim for the point of it. It's a really rather rugged coastline here. Trying to maintain that roughly between 900 and 1,000 feet here. Fog layer keeps coming in though. There's 1,000 feet. Just being aware of it is really important. You can see this cloud off to our left here. We're going to try to shoot the gap right here so we don't get obscured. This Pilatus, this MilSpec Pilatus, is a really fun airplane to fly. I've just started really getting into it thanks to the free porter that came with the most recent, the SU7 update, Sim Update 7. They included a porter, and I really liked it, but it has some issues. And I really just wanted to find one. I knew that MilSpec had made one, and I'd seen some reviews on it, so I thought I'd pick it up. And it's been a hoot. It's been an absolute hoot. Trying to keep somewhat visual here. One of my Black Friday things I picked up was a head tracker, so I can actually look around like I'm desperately wanting to do right now and just look up and over and around and just see where things are. When you primarily fly VFR like I do, because my desire to learn how to be an instrument pilot is relatively tiny. The ability to look around when you need to, like I've got it on my hat switch right now, and that's how I've flown for, well, pretty much my entire time. But as you see, we're losing
120.45 for Yellow Rhino 425.
We're gonna do this because I can't see beyond that.
1,100 feet.
But I do see lowest point of land right over here. Flying using my synth vision. I don't know if that's probably not appropriate instrument flying, but I've got cargo to deliver. So we'll just go over lowest point of land here. You can see we're flying over some buildings and a road there. What must have this been like in an A6 Intruder, huh? So now we're going to rejoin the coast here for a while. And we're at 1,300 feet. Cut our power a little bit, just drop down a touch. Like I said, we're going to try to stay under this scud run. Yeah, I'm really sad that I could not get this to work for FS Economy. I would have made a lot of money, and I would have done just what I'm doing now.
Cessna Victor November, Hotel 651, 5,500 feet.
Cessna Victor November, Hotel 651, approach altimeter 29.94.
So if you look up and over, you can see that mountain range that we're trying to avoid. Check our fuel state. Fuel state's good. We're trying the mountain range. The lighting in Flight Simulator deserves an award on its own. Look how the light filters through the clouds. And we get a bright spot there and one there. All of the lighting is organic for the first time. The clouds and everything. You get reflections of cities. It's amazing, the lighting design that went into this game, and it just provides this absolutely gorgeous look. And a really realistic look, too. So you can see there how the mountains come all the way down to the sea. Let's see, what's my controls doing? Probably come up a little bit on the trim there. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, we'll just fly along this curve here. I mean, we're a little faster than a Huey. The sun starts breaking through. You can again see that reflection on the water. So gorgeous. Just so pretty. But this is how you get cargo through here. And I've got a couple of runs that I've just started doing primarily in FSE, and they're really fun. Anytime that you're not just flying to fly, it's nice, which I'm just kind of doing. But I'm doing it for live stream right now, so there we go. What's my power setting at? Oh. Bring our power up a little bit. I was like, what's going on here? There we go. Counter trim that. There, let's do some exterior work here. How pretty is that? Take some pictures. It'll last longer. Oh, I never turned that off. There we go. Meant to, though, but... So we're almost to the bay where Da Nang is. And we are going to be very rude and just kind of barge right in there. But I think if I go, let's see here. Let's see here. Am I looking at that right? I think so. The Porter is not a very fast airplane, but it's a very capable airplane. That's why it's so nice on missions like this. We'll kind of cut this spit here. Start heading towards the airport. A little bit of power here. Like I said, the nice thing about cargo is it's not as picky about doing dumb stuff. All right, and we are now headed to the airport. And kind of like when I was landing earlier, we'll just land. We'll have to see what type of weather they have. And that's the thing, you know, if you're willing to take a risk or two, you can get that cargo delivered. Couple of ships out in the bay, it looks like. Seven miles from the airport. Try to get down to that 1,000 feet. There we go. This is going to make finding the airport and landing a little interesting, but I have faith in something. Definitely a ship of some kind. Oh, they implemented wakes now, by the way, which is cool. So there you can see that ship below us, and it's making a wake. I always love the ships in Flight Simulator. It adds another dimension. I've got a couple of add-ons that add ships better. Because, well, I mean, look at that. That's just cool. So there's Da Nang, and their airport should be around here somewhere. Should be right off to my nose there. Yeah. If I don't miss my guess, that is a runway. And we're going to land on it. Is it the right runway? I don't know. Nope, that's a river. Never mind. Any port in a storm. Anyway. Nope. Really? Thank you. No, that might be my runway. Nope, that's a river. That's most definitely a river. We should be passing relatively close to the airport right now, though. Should just be up off my nose here. In like 2 miles.
Tower Yellow Rhino 425 3 miles northwest 1,100 feet to land.
Yellow Rhino 425 Tower. Altimeter 29er, 4 wind tree 51 at 24. Fly left traffic runway tree 5 right.
3-5, okay.
Fly left downwind, runway tree 5 right, Yellow Rhino 425.
Cool. All right, so if we can find our airport, I know how we're going to do this here. All right. They've got me at like 3 miles, I think. Should be right here. Almost. Still not. No joy on the airport. I think we're past it. Yeah. Yeah, we're left traffic to the airport right now. Woo, a little bit of bumpy there.
Yellow Rhino 425 wind tree 51 at 24. Cleared to land runway tree 5 right.
Cleared to land, runway tree 5 right, Yellow Rhino 425.
All right, pre-landing checklist. All lights on. Auxiliary fuel pump on. Props and mixture full forward. Or props and condition lever, I guess, full forward. Slow them to takeoff speed. Or landing speed here. Coming on base. We're going to do high flaps 1. Just to try to slow us down a little bit. There it is. Woo! Three, 5 right. Okay. There's 100. We're going to go into beta here. Oh, man, that's so cool. All right, come out of that. There are the flaps. And we're into beta on the approach. Not the best landing in the world, but by golly, I'll get us down. It's going to be long, but we have a lot of room. And it's raining. So we need to be prepared for the different braking effect here. Look at that water pool on the runway. Come on, settle down. Settle down. There we go.
Yellow Rhino 425, turn next taxiway.
Full reverse. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. All right. Down to low idle. Bring the prop down a little bit.
Yellow Rhino 425, exit runway when able. Yellow Rhino 425, contact ground on 121.9er.
Almost like I knew what I was doing.
121.9er, Yellow Rhino 425. Yellow Rhino 425 request taxi to parking.
Flaps up.
Yellow Rhino 425 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Yellow Rhino 425.
Oh. Oh, I never did. Okay. Well, that's good to know. There we go. Well, I'm guessing whatever I'm transporting was absolutely vital because, well, they had me transporting it. So if you join the flight, thanks so much for flying with me. They want me to taxi all the way down to the end, so I can taxi all the way up. The rain effects are absolutely amazing, especially obviously in a propeller-driven aircraft. You can watch that rain increase in how fast it slides backwards thanks to your prop wash. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. Have us go through the flight line. Brilliant. Brilliant, I tell ya. Oh, look it. Oh, okay, there is an airplane there. I thought it was just like a floating vehicle. So that was Hue and Da Nang via Pilatus Porter in the year 2021 on this date, with the only exception being that it's actually somewhat nice outside. This would have been a good flight to also fly with the Caravan. The Porter is rapidly taking the Caravan's place as my favorite airplane in this simulator, though. Lady, you're going to have to move there. I tell ya. Where do they get these workers? Oh yeah, he's going to marshal me in. Right. We're just going to go to our box and stop. Don't mind me. I'm just an aircraft taxiing to land. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a headache? Do you have a headache? Do you need an aspirin? There we go. And as I'm fond of saying, close enough for government work. Turn on our parking brake. That comes all the way off. Hit cut off. Lights off. Oh, that needs to stay on. Man, everything lights up like a Christmas tree. That's out. Let's get this aircraft tied down here. Get our covers on. Cool. Lock that. Parking brakes on. Gets hot. We'll open this. Well, thanks for flying with me, folks. If you enjoyed it, come again with me sometime. Welcome to Da Nang.